I I I went to bed. I've totally forgot I was supposed to make a vlog post. So here I am in my closet, sneaking around in my closet. So the thing I'm going to talk about tonight, just really briefly, is acceptance. And so my husband had said that to me yesterday. I was talking about this aha I had had about why when I was talking about the last post about this, I realized I was carrying around a certain amount of shame, And he said, but have you found acceptance? And, my husband can be, sometimes he's just like this super square guy. He calls himself that, an L7. If you put your hands together, how can I show you? L, and I can't show you the other part because I'm holding this. L7, right? Oops, like that. And you put them together and it makes a square. So he always calls himself this L7 because he's such a square. But, he really has some deep, he's so deep at times. And it just, and we all have that wisdom within us, but it's just like, it always cracks me up. And I'm just like, yeah, acceptance, And that's so true about so many things. I mean, just having acceptance about, as you're getting older, and I don't know if, like I'm going to be 58 in September, and right now I have been around a lot of older women. My mother-in-law, my mother, a good friend of the family, and they're all in their 80s, late 80s. My mom's going to be 89 in August. And so I'm at the, in my late 50s, pushing 60, and, my body just, God, all this stuff, I'm breaking my hand, and then, and how quickly, how swiftly my body just sort of falls apart if you don't do stuff, And I've gained weight over the years, and just like, he's like, acceptance. And so, yeah, what an incredible thing acceptance is. Where you are, right where you are. Because it doesn't, not just physical, but just who you are. When he said that about, when I realized, how I was stopping myself in my work, or this idea of being able to put my work out there, and that, like, because I hadn't put it out there, that, that I was missing something. But, really, it's acceptance of being who you are right in that moment. And recognizing that, there's nobody to compare yourself to. No thing, nobody's actions, others' actions, because everybody is just who they are. I think that just has to go along with what I was talking about, the artwork, doing the art. Nobody does it the same. And that would be true in business and politics and cooking. I'm trying to think of all the things, just even the most mundane. Acceptance is a powerful thing to think about, a powerful idea to think about. And, and it's not a new idea either. Of course it isn't. Because, Buddha talked about that. I don't know Christ's words that much, so I don't know if he talked about acceptance. I imagine he did. I was thinking about, teachers, avatars, and, I'll talk about this later. I just realized I have this book on the writings of Marcus Aurelius. And I just happened to read part of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is some pretty thoughtful stuff. I had no idea. I just had never read Marcus Aurelius. I mean, I knew that he was a philosopher, and I've actually heard, I've heard him being referred to, and maybe I've heard quotes from, but, well, I'll have to tell you more about that as I read more. Okay, I'm going to bed now. Now maybe I can go to sleep. Acceptance. Incredible. Good night.